Hello everyone, welcome to 24/7. My name is Niharika Valia and I am here with the area of advanced business and financial management. Okay, now this is a new subject which has been added. So obviously there are different thoughts about this particular subject. Where should we study it from, and what it exactly we need to do about this subject? What is it in there that is difficult in this subject? What should we do? Where should we start from? Those basic questions will always be troubling you. And the fact is today is 21st. So if we talk about the examination, so now you are left with roughly little less than a month. That means I think 28 days are left. So I've kept a 25-day planner for you. What you can do is you can plan your 25 days in such a way. Other than those 3 to 4 days, last 2 days or 3 days are basically something which you have to keep for your last minute preparations. But for reaching that last minute preparation, there are certain things which you definitely need to do, right? So I'll be talking about the entire area of ABFM today. So let's look forward to it. Okay, when we talk about 25 days, you have 25 days. That means at least you have to give an hour to ABFM every single day. If you are someone who's already studying online there, or you are studying online from somewhere, or you are studying on your own, looking forward towards the YT sessions, or whatever you are looking forward to, other than understanding the subject, that means learning it for the first time. Do you really think learning it for the first time would be good enough, considering the fact that you are working, you have a family life, you have thousands of things to cater? No, no, in actual it's not possible to get grab the particular vast syllabus of ABFM in just one go. At the same time, if you are looking forward to it from YT, then again YouTube, there would be teachers there, there would be so many things there, but you have to choose from where you are going to study that particular homework. Is it done or is it left? So there are so many unanswered questions which you have to start asking yourself, right? So when we talk about the 25-day planner, that I'll say that other than your if you are studying from me, I am teaching ABFM in the area, right, in the English medium area there. If you are studying from me there, even after having one particular batch going on, the second particular batch going on, even if you are attending the different batches, be it mind classes, be it any other batch that you are attending, I would still say give a particular hour, at least an hour of your self study regarding ABFM. The point is, other than what you are studying from the teachers there, then you can at least keep 45 minutes to an hour, so that you can actually understand what are we teaching, because teaching is one part, learning is another, you know. So it's basically both ways. First of all, someone is teaching you that, this is what you need to do, and then you start applying it slowly and steadily, because it takes a little while, especially when we talk about someone who has no knowledge about finance and you don't have the financial knowledge. So module B and module C is a bigger challenge for you. Module A and D is still something that is interesting and easier and theoretical, but B and C is filled with so many models. How can you learn all those models at once? Again, you are a human being, you cannot learn 4 subjects plus one elective plus doing the work that you are doing currently, because you have your bank job as well, plus also attending the live classes that we are teaching you, and then I say that nahi, give at least 4 to 5 hours of studies to your self study now. That is something which is not possible. So let's become very clear about one fact, that in one particular day, even if you're trying to put on your syllabus or trying to study more, you can max have 1 hour or 2 hours spare every day, right? Other than if you're someone who's already taking up the classes. If you're not taking up the classes, then I believe you can manage a little more for your self study. Otherwise, if you are studying already from us, then I would suggest you that in this case, the first thing is, you are going through the classes. After that, before that, at any point of time, give at least half an hour to 45 minutes to 1 hour to your studies daily, so that you have at least 25 hours of your studies, right? In this area, you'll be still able to cover a good amount of the subject there. Now, the entire syllabus is divided into 4 separate modules. Module A is all about management. Someone who is basically from the arts background or from the commerce background, they'll still be able to correlate. But when it comes to someone who belongs to the other sides of medical or non-medical area, I mean their studies, and then they went into the banking area, for you it might be a little awkward to learn all these things. Let's talk about it in detail. Management process is a theoretical area. This is pure theory, nothing much. But the fact is, they have got so many models. So many people came up and gave their own thesis, their own advancements in terms of the studies. For example, Maslow's need hierarchy theory. Then you have Herzberg's theory. You have McClelland's theory, I believe. No, you don't have you have also McClelland theory. Then we'll also be studying in terms of motivation about various things there. है ना. Then you will be having different models. Again, you will be knowing about the various principles which are introduced by F.W. Taylor, Rick Frederick Winslow Taylor. So if you are learning it for the first time, these names are something I can tell you without even looking at the book. Do you really think I am able to reach this place by just doing nothing? If I can take all these names of these authors as well as whatever they have contributed towards the management, that's not because I just read it once. It is something I would have gone through many times to reach to a particular stage where you stop reading the book. All you need to do is just look at the core words and you remember the entire topic. Again, revision, right? So in this case, one of the basic problems of management processes, the number of authors who are giving all those things, that is one of the areas where you have to really work upon. Plus there are various models as well as theories which are introduced by different people. That is something that can be a little challenging. From this area, yes, they can ask you a case study, they can create a case study and ask you to identify certain principle or a certain concept which they are stating in that particular area. So in this case, management process can include the basics of management, planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. Overall, if you have to learn the sequence, it is POSDCO. In actual, now it was post corp. This was planning, organizing, staffing, directing. This was earlier coordinating, but then later on, Henry Fayol gave it as a coordinating, but later on it was developed to controlling. Then next was a reporting and budgeting. So when you are trying to learn the sequence, you can learn it using this acronym. So one of the basic ways to learn the management process area altogether is using acronyms and making stories to learn things. You can look forward to all those basic tricks because you cannot learn each and every model without just by knowing the name. For example, if you don't know who was Frederick Winslow Taylor, try and learning what was the particular thing that he contributed towards. You'll not be able to gain it till the time you actually know the person by heart. What was this particular person doing? He was someone who was into the scientific management. He believed the things. In fact, if I have to be very honest about what he was doing was somewhere down the line he started thinking that machine and men are very similar. Every single day we'll work in the same manner, right? So can this happen that if I gave a 10-hour result today, tomorrow I'll be doing the same thing? There can be a situation where I might be stressed, there can be a situation where I might be tired, there can be a situation where I might be emotionally disturbed, I might be someone who's very happy, excited about something single thing. But according to his theories, it was more or less, if a particular person is working in the same way every single day, he's good enough, he'll get the money. Otherwise, his money would be deducted. So all those I would say ideal standards, which were very difficult to reach up, were given by them. So basically, when we talk about all these people, how can I relate to this particular person? Because I read what he was doing. So in this case, one of the basic things in terms of management would be, first and foremost, you have to go through the models, the theories which are given by different persons, and that too, write it down in quick notes. Why? Because only then you will be able to remember what is the core what that particular person has given. Then comes the second point. Once you're done with the management, right, then they'll tell you about financial management. First of all, you understand what is management. Then you learn what is the finance and management doing together. है ना. First of all, sources of financial management strategies. Okay, whenever you are trying to understand B and C module na, you have to start from B module, right? So in this case, it has to be 7th chapter, has to be the first chapter to look forward to. Second has to be financial and operating leverages. Then we have capital investment decisions, capital budgeting for international project investment decisions, and adjustment of risk as well as decision making. Now there are certain chapters, for example, chapter number 9. This is the base. If you have done 9th chapter here, only then you will be able to understand what is there in the third module, because there are multiple numericals that are connected only with this particular chapter of capital budgeting. That means base chapter to understand module B and C would be capital budgeting, right? So this would be a particular chapter which is something which I would say that is unescapable. You cannot escape from the fact that I don't want to do numerical, I would like to leave it. Again, difficult thing to look forward to, because somehow they have actually made it just like all those examinations like CBSE used to do, that the paper would be there from the entire syllabus. Same thing is now happening in terms of JIB and CIB as well. When we talk about IE and FS this year, in terms of JIB examination, that was a little tougher there. And it was all from the book itself. Again, if you are literally following on your own, it's all in the book. But you have to see, do you have enough time to read it or not? Right? So if you are reading it on your own, or you are also going through my classes there, what you can do is finish the chapter ninth. First, second, and third, you have to finish these three chapters. Then you want to pursue with this particular module first or the next module, it is your call, because then you will be able to understand good part of the basics of each and every chapter. So this particular chapter lays as the base for many different things, as well as even the basics of management lays down the base for the other chapters there. Here it is capital investment decisions, which is very important, because capital budgeting in terms of international projects is out of it only. Capital budgeting decisions, risk and uncertainties again taken from it. Decision making is a little different there, but an interesting chapter. But this particular module is more towards the practical side. Then we have a good amount of practical chapters in the acquisition area. For example, the first is corporate valuation, second is discounted cash flow valuation, other DCF. This is again from capital budgeting. Again, when we talk about discounted cash flow as other non-discounted cash flow techniques, both of these are taken from capital budgeting itself. If you have done that chapter properly, only then you will be able to go through 14th and 15th. A note: when you are dealing with B and C module, please keep your notebooks handy, keep a little gist of everything, because otherwise by the end of the time, when you are left with hardly 2-3 days, you cannot go through the entire book or even the entire classes there, you know. Let's be honest, you cannot cover everything in one particular day which you have covered in months, till the time you don't really make some quick notes. And when we talk about the last one, emerging business solutions, is quite an interesting area. Again, there are many technical terms as well, but the last module is very scoring for those who are interested in the AI aligned with science, or you can say the statistical area. Right? In terms of financial area, they are linking with the technology, actually not science, but they're linking with technology there. Hybrid finance, and now you can understand the hybrid finance and startup finance only if you are done with the first two chapters, 7th and 8th. Without that, you cannot do this. Same thing goes with private equity and venture capital, AI, and 23rd, 24th, and 25th. 25th is something which is a little different, all of these, but a very interesting chapter altogether. If I talk about the subject, the chapters which can be done quickly to make you feel that nahi, I am going good enough, that would be finish off 1 to 6, then start doing this 24, 25, and then continue with others. This will raise your confidence level, because when you are approaching the end of the examination and someone asks you, Hanchi, kahan tak pahunche? Till what time have you done things? At that point of time, if you say, nahi, I've just done one chapter, longest chapter, I am done with it. And he says, no, I am done with around 20, I am done with around 15 chapters, 20 chapters. The volume plays a very important role. Even in our own mind, sometimes you have to deceive your mind too. Na? Sometimes when you look at the book, you'll be like, Arey, I am working throughout the day. It's impossible for me to sit down and study. But you can only do it if you'll tell yourself, I won't do all. I'll take up only two. I'll take up the first two, I'll work upon that, and then I'll move on and do the rest. It's impossible. Because human mind is like, if they, as soon as they see that achievable, they won't be able to look forward to it. Right? So that is about this particular era. Now these are the entire chapters that you can look forward to. What is the particular thing that you need to cater? How do you do it? Right? Let's talk about that. Module A is pure theory. It's a pure theoretical area. Nothing much, but you have to understand the basic concepts. The terminologies of the management are not that easy. For example, MBO and MBE. Management by objection, management by objectives, and management by exception. At the same time, when we talk about management there, then there are cases like what are the basic on the job and off the job training methods, all those things, right? So what you can do is you can actually note down those small and big things in terms of your quick notes so that you remember it by the end of the time. Then in terms of module D is quite interesting, I would suggest you. It's a pure theory area and it's quite interesting. But for that you'll have to go through module B basic chapter, that is the first chapter and the third chapter at least, because only then you will be able to understand the finance area, right? So module B has to be done, and then module B becomes the basics for module C. So what you can do is, in terms of the sequence there, first has to be module A, because this really boosts the confidence of a person ki acha bas ye hai, easy hai, this is quite easy, I can still do it. And then what you can do is a part of the module B is required. For example, the sources of finance, when you understand the various sources there, then the chapter number 3 of this area, okay, that is capital investment decisions, right? So you have to do 7th and then 9th, and then whatever you want to do you can pursue it further, because you can, after these two chapters, you can either look forward towards acquisitions, or what you can do is emerge business solutions. So you can have an emerging business solutions as well. It would be your call, what do you want to take up. Okay? Otherwise, I would say that after finishing off those basic chapters of module B, now you come to module D first. Finish off the module D and then play with module C later on. Because these module B and module C are not small modules, they are quite lengthy. Right? So till that time you have to play with your mind that everything is achievable. I am able to do something, because the more you achieve the goals, the better you become in terms of your achievement of the examination as well. Right? So that is the point. The time is less and you have to be very balanced when it comes to your studies there. So a proper sequence has to be followed. Right? Then when you are studying online, what are the basic things that you need to do? Number 1 is understanding. Don't just listen to the classes there. If you're looking forward to the classes only, then what's the meaning of especially staying up at night from 10 to 11 or having a particular class at 6 a.m. in the morning, right? If you're not listening to it and if you're not able to catch it up, that is first part. That is the first analysis. You understand that particular topic. Even if you're not able to get it, just go back and do it again. That is the plus point of understanding there. Then comes first revision. The resources has to be chosen, that whenever I'll be making my first revision or the last revision, these are the basic things from where I'll take the reference and I'll prepare the thing. Right? Done. So then after this, the next point that comes is the first revision is over. Then the next point is the test. The tests are inevitable. Till the time you really don't go for the mock test, you will never be able to understand what kind of questions are they referring, or what kind of questions can be asked. Always remember, numericals can be there. Numericals actually will be there. Then what next we can do look forward to? The next point that we can look forward to is to do number 1, follow the syllabus. Follow the IIBF book. Don't try to follow anything else, because ultimately things are as per the IIBF book itself. Next point, as I told you, number 2 would be quick notes. Don't rely too much on the books or anything else, because by the end of the day, just before the examination, quick notes are your only source of survival. Then comes numerical practice. You have to practice the numerical in a careful and a proper manner, because numericals will be there in the examination again, but you have to be very vigilant about using those things. So to end with this particular session, if you haven't seen our website yet, as you know that the examination is approaching, we have come up with a few batches regarding the revision of this examination. So what can you do about it? Okay, and at the same time, now if we talk about the 25 days, you can split it up in a way that the first 20 days, right, 20 days can be given to each and every module, that is 5 days each module. When you are studying, you can look forward to 5 days each module, and the last 5 days can be related to your full fledged mock tests or your studies in a different way altogether, because you need time for your self study, right? Without that, it won't really work out. So that's what you can do if you're done with your syllabus. And if you haven't done, then while doing the syllabus, start paying attention to those specific websites, to those specific studies or notes properly, so that you don't have to do it again. Okay, now let me show you where to go in order to. Just a moment. Okay. There it is. You can go to our website. That is www.ada247.com. There you can look forward to our classes. What you can do is you can go on to the JIB and CIB area. And in the CIB November 2023, you will find the Sankalp batch which is there in terms of the CIB. CIB Mahapack is also having double validity. That means at this point of time, if you purchase it, you will be having double validity. You pay for one and you are getting it for 12 months altogether. That is 6 plus 6 months together. It is available for you, right? This is what you can do. Is basically look forward to it. Overall 500 classes, 88 test series, 819 videos, as well as ebooks. Everything is available. What you can do is, at this point of time, you can take up the full-fledged classes, as well as the video courses are also tagged. You can attend the live classes. Along with that, you can also attend the video courses. Just go through this area, click on the area of buy now, use the code Y541, and you can get a discount of up to 81%. It will cost you 6190. And if you are looking forward towards the revision batch, then this revision batch is also included in this. That means one particular Mahapack, and if you have got everything in this. If you're looking forward only towards the revision batch is also there. Obviously it won't be in that much depth, because again these batches are covered in depth in terms of the syllabus there. To look forward towards the other area, what you can do is you can take up the Sankalp batch. This is the Sankalp batch. This is basically the batch which is available towards on our website. You can click on the area of buy now, use the code Y541, and you will get it for 4799.80. This is another batch that is going on. So this is a batch which is so this one's for November. This would be coming up soon. This is for the November one, everyone. The specific batch that is going on is CAIIB Mahapack, and the other batch is for the November area. So what you can do is you can look forward towards our preparation in a proper manner. That was for November 2023. This one is for the batch which is going on. Currently the revision batch is there. What you can do is you can either take up Mahapack, or either this is the CIB Power Pack revision batch which is available. Click on the area of buy now, use the code Y541 and apply it. You will get it for 3199.80. This is still the examination there. Again, a good pack to look forward to, because you're getting the entire preparation through this, right? This is basically the revision batch which would cover all the classes: ABM, ABFM, BFM, as well as BRBL. So all these four subjects are covered. Electives are not covered there, right? So you can look forward to it. The classes and the timings and the teachers who are there would be available for you. Use the code Y541 and avail the discount now. Thank you everyone. Till then, keep on preparing.